What is up, everybody? How are we doing? It happy Thursday evening. I have the next 4 days off. You know what I mean? I'm having a couple 3 beers. You know what I mean? But we are up in this thing. What's up, David? How you doing today? But before we get into this thing, big shout to Quick Trip sponsoring the show. This month, and I think it's ending sometime in April. We have to check it out. But Quick Trip is giving away chicken for life. You know what I mean? It's no ordinary chicken, people. You know what I mean? They're giving away chicken for life. All you got to do is buy yourself some fried chicken and use your Quick Rewards app, and you are in the deal to win yourself some chicken for life. Also, another sponsor of mine, Nicolay Law, is teaming up with Quick Trip, and they're giving a $500 gas card away, I think once a week. I'm not sure how long that's going, but be sure to check your Quick Rewards app. See how you can win some free gas and some free chicken for life. But what is up, everyone? How are we doing? All right, today I don't really have like a specific agenda with like what I want to talk about. We're like pre-draft right now, and we got some stuff going on. Like the Packers signed a new kicker, former Vikings kicker, but like there's not a lot going on. So I'm just gonna go to the chat and be like, yo, what do you guys want to talk about? What do we want to talk about? Dude. One thing I would say, like off the top of my head, is I'm really excited about this Packers offense. I am really, really, really stoked. I think this Packers offense will be so good. I saw a little bit of a Jordan Love podcast. He's been going around the podcast world, not coming on my podcast. He doesn't look at my DMs. I'd be asking him like, yo, come on the podcast. You know what I mean? But so far, that's a no-go. But this offense for the Packers, like, I hate like repeating this stuff because it's like getting boring at this point. But this Packers offense, I'm stoked for. But hammer the comments, and what do you guys want to talk about today? Kind of like a Q&A. I wouldn't say Q&A because no one's asking me questions. Like I don't have the answers, but we can have a fun talk. Here we go, David. What's up? Because I'm not a GM, but if I was, all right. If Chop Robinson is there at 25, I pick him. All right. It's hard for me to read. Yeah, I'm not a big draft guy, so I can't say I agree or disagree. But yeah, what do you guys think about that? I think that's a good. All right, but one thing I will say is like I don't even want to talk about it, but like the Packers and the Green Bay going on with that thing. This offseason, I plan on showing everyone like what Green Bay is, because I feel like Green Bay's been getting some unnecessary hate lately. Green Bay has a lot of cool stuff, and this summer I'm gonna go around Green Bay, show like all the cool spots in Green Bay, all the stuff you can do, Pack related and non-Pack related. There's a lot of non-Pack related stuff in Green Bay. You know, Green Bay got more to offer, but obviously the Packer stuff is very cool too. I'll show all that off too. But Green Bay is a lovely city, and I'm gonna show you guys this summer how we doing. All right, what's up, dog? Yo, yo, yo. Here we go. Happy Thursday. Yeah, it is a beautiful Thursday because this is like my long weekend. I used to never, ever get long weekends. And now, like, I get them. I threw a vacation day on for Friday, got Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Dude, I am living life. I'm having a couple of drinks tonight, you know what I mean? But I think the Green Bay versus Packers thing is just something that will pass with time. Oh, yeah, I for sure think it gets done. I'm not at all worried about the whole Green Bay and the Packers and that lease negotiation they got going. But like after that happened, a lot of people were like dogging Green Bay, and I felt like I got a little bit offended by it because I love Green Bay. I love Wisconsin. But like someone asked me on Twitter that they said, do you think Green Bay is the best city in the world? Because, you know, they got that ranking. But like I have never barely left Wisconsin ever. So I don't think I'm the best person to ask that because like I have never been anywhere. But I think Wisconsin, Green Bay, that Green Bay area. I don't actually live in Green Bay right now. I live like 30 minutes north from Green Bay, but Green Bay is it's a good time, you know what I mean? But it's a Wisconsin city. It's not like it's you know, I know what it is. But here we go. Hold note on both sides to get a bargain either way. Yeah, they're both trying to get what's good for them. There's more to Green Bay than the Packers. Quit lying. There is. I mean, I'm not acting like it's like it's like New York City and it's like all these great things, or even Milwaukee, but like there's some stuff, dude. I grew up in Green Bay for like a big part of it, and I enjoyed it. You know what I mean? I think Green Bay is a good spot to be at, but you know, I'm not like discrediting like what Green Bay has, the Packers have done for them, but I think Green Bay supported the Packers for a lot of years. Before supporting the Packers was cool. Like back in the day when when like before the NFL, the Packers been around for over 100 years, and like the city has supported the team, and they like go hand in hand. They're all one. So, but I still think that Green Bay people need to put a little bit of respect on their name. You know what I mean? What's up with Sco Ball Sports? He said just booked a house for the draft. Yes, this far out. Yeah, you got to go this far out if you want to be living somewhere during the draft or staying somewhere during the draft. People keep asking me to stay at my house. Nah, ain't nobody staying over here. But but the draft is going to be epic. Green Bay is going to be lit up. I think that's going to be really cool. Jones tired. Here we go. Elliot says, Matt, you love baseball too. I don't really. I like the Brewers and I support the Brewers and I hope that they do well and all that stuff. But I'm not diehard like I am football, and I don't even front. But like going to a Brewer game is insanely fun. Like I've never been to a Brewer game and like I wish I didn't do that. Brewers are fun to watch. They're fun to go down there. Milwaukee is lit. The traffic, I don't love it. I ain't gonna lie. I always try to be like shotgun. I'll buy a ticket. Be like, yo, if you drive, I got you. I'll pay for your ticket. I need someone to drive me. You know what I mean? I don't need it, but like it makes it a lot more fun for me. Plus, you can drink. Which running back do you see the Packers drafting, and in what round? Even after re-signing, I don't think Dillon is a lock to make the roster. I think Dillon will probably be on the roster. I do think that they draft a running back. I don't know which one because I'm not a draft guru or even like knowledgeable about drafts. So for me to start saying names, which I don't even know any really because I don't follow draft like that. But I do think that they draft a running back, but I think it'll be like in the middle rounds. And there'll be a battle over there, and like we'll see what happens. But I have a feeling AJ Dillon will be on the roster throughout the year. They got him on the cheap. He's got this training camp is going to be interesting, especially like depends on where they draft running back. But I would be surprised if they didn't draft running back somewhere. And like I'm not a draft know-it-all, so that might not be good information. Here we go. No skyscrapers, but I think it's the best thing between a huge metropolis and a small town. See, that's the thing. I don't like big cities, like even Milwaukee. Like I don't like driving in Milwaukee. Like I just said, I think Milwaukee's fun. Like when you're there, I've been there multiple times, and it's like fun. It's like exciting and stuff. But like I do like small town. Like I live 30 minutes north of Green Bay. It's even smaller. There's like 4,000 people in the town I live in. I think that's perfect. We got a quick trip. You know what I mean? We got a quick trip. We got McDonald's, grocery store. What more do you need in life? But yeah, I'm not. Green Bay is as big as I want to get. You know what I mean? Like Green Bay is good. I don't like any bigger than that. Traffic gets all weird. I don't like that. But yeah, man, my cousins went to Green Bay East. I went to Green Bay East. Green Bay East is like so old. That's the thing. I was saying this on Twitter. This summer, I want to go around and like start showcasing like what Green Bay is, like go to Green Bay East. I went to Green Bay East. I remember failing gym class on Green Bay East football field where the Packers used to play. I failed gym class there. And I remember the gym teachers yelling at like, you are failing where the Packers, the great Green Bay Packers played on this field. And, you were failing gym class on the same field. But I wasn't interested. I didn't care. But but I remember that, like, being on a field and like thinking about like this field is like historical. The Packers played here. I didn't enjoy it back then as much as I do now. Like if I went back right now, but I was a kid. What are you gonna do? But I do think it's cool that I was on that field. I've been beat up on that field. All right. So hey, bro. Good evening. How we doing, Rick? We having a good time over here? All you need is a good quick trip. That's all you need, bro. You got Quick Trip in your town. You're a legit town. If your town doesn't have a Quick Trip, you're like, I'll go there, like if there's a reason, but like, what are we gonna do? What do you got, a BP? Get out of here. Nakusa here, man. What is up, Elliot? All right. So yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I don't know. Southwest. Oh, okay. I get what you're saying. Southwest High here. Dude, I remember when I was at Green Bay East High School, there was a bunch of kids that went to Preble and put Green Bay East High School stickers over the Preble stickers. You know how kids have the car on their car, like represent what high school they're at. Bunch of East kids went over there. Not me. I don't have that kind of high school pride. But I always thought that was so funny to do that. That's all that matters is the quick chip. It is. That's a factual statement. How many games you plan on going to this year? All right, so this season I plan on going. I'm thinking like 3 because this season I want to do more of my live streams during the game. So I might hit up some tailgates or whatnot for home games, but I might not go to as many games because the live stream stuff is really fun. And I got like more stuff. Like I got this standing desk because like last year I was sitting at a conventional desk. I don't like that. It's weird. It's like restricted. I like to stand. I like to move around, especially during the game. Like when I watch a football game, like without a stream and in my living room, I'm standing the whole game. So like when I was sitting, like it was just weird. But I want to do a lot more game streams this season. I think it's really fun. Watch the game with everyone in the chat. It just makes it so much fun. I mean, going to a game obviously is a lot of fun too. But I don't know. I'm trying to get this stream thing going a little bit. You know what I mean? But I'll definitely probably be at minimum of 3. I'm thinking like I wanted to go to a Bears game. I don't have a schedule in front of me. I think it was the Niners. Are the Niners at home this year? I forget who it was, but there's about 2 or 3 games I want to for sure get to, and it might end up being more than that. Matt, what's your thoughts on people saying Jacobs is going to be a bust this year because he was injured last year? I don't believe that at all. I think Josh Jacobs is going to ball out. I don't think the running back situation in Green Bay is going to fall off at all. I think Josh Jacobs is going to do the same type of stuff that Aaron Jones did. He was a leader in Vegas. They voted him like the heartbeat. The same thing that Aaron Jones was to the Packers, like the heartbeat of the team, like everyone says. That's what they said about Josh Jacobs in Vegas. So I expect Josh Jacobs. I expect that they did their research. They know that his injury is good. I don't know a lot about his injury, but or like how it stands today. But I expect him. Like he's a baller. He's young too. What's he like 26? I think Josh Jacobs is going to be fine. And I'm stoked to see him. Let's get that Lambeau leap. First game at Lambeau here. Here we go. What's up, Steve? He says, I'm here late, but here. How are you, Matt? I'm having a good time. You know what I mean? We're having a couple of 3 beers over here, just talking some nonsense. All the Green Bay high schools hate each other, but not as much as they hate Bayport. Dude, like, I wasn't like really into like school spirit back in the day. Like I went to East High School. I know we hated West. I think, but I think that's true. Like every Green Bay high school, they all hate each other. Like no one likes each other. I remember like being at parties and like someone's like, "Oh, I go to Bayport, I go to West," and like, dude, no one cares. I don't care. I don't even like my school that much. It's like it's like like trying to defend your job. Like I don't even like that place either. You know what I mean? I understand. No, but like people into sports, especially, they like they'll defend their high school. Like, yeah, I went to East. It was a good time. I wasn't there much. What's up? Much love from Bakersfield, California. What is up, Bakersfield, California? In the house. What's up, Elliot? He said, one game I went to, a guy threw his bottle into the air and got kicked out. Where? At Lambeau Field? Threw his bottle into the air. Dude, that's just like mean. I would never do something like that. Can you imagine just sitting there chilling out and all of a sudden like the bottle cracks your head? Or anything really cracks your head? It's not a good time. I wouldn't do that. Be nice, people. One game I went to, okay, I think that's the same comment. You're just a typo there or something. I think we keep swapping out our halfbacks throughout the game like we did with Jones. Yeah, that's actually an interesting point. I don't know. I think Josh Jacobs, like if healthy and everything is good to go, I think he gets a majority of the snaps. But yeah, I think I think it really depends. I think it's like kind of like that hot guy. Like if AJ Dillon comes in, or if it's Wilson or whoever else might be there, if they come in and they're hot and they're doing well, I can see them for sure. But I think Josh Jacobs is going to get a big handy part of the snaps. But yeah, I think any smart coach, like with running backs, if you bring a guy in, he gets hot and he's like rolling, you kind of you keep it moving. But I think Josh Jacobs gets a lion's share, as they say. One game I went to, a guy threw his beer bottle in the air and it got kicked out. I think you said that. I think get multiple posts on there. Here we go. Jacobs will have a good year and fit for the Packers. I'm a huge JJ fan. Got to meet him when he played at Alabama. Yeah, I'm really excited about him. Like you said, that the whole thing with Aaron Jones, it sucks. How it went down, especially. But Josh Jacobs is the guy. I'm excited to see him, dude. I want to see that first Lambeau leap. He seems excited to be here. I saw a few interviews he did, podcasts or whatnot. It's good stuff. You know what I mean? What's up, Cody? He said, who's one quarterback we released you would have maybe liked to see more of? I mean, I don't know, because we've always had that steady quarterback, right? We've, with Favre, he had a lot of backups in there, like Kurt Warner, Matt Hasselbeck. Like there's a few guys that I'm not thinking of right now. Aaron Rodgers, like he was always the guy. So like the Packers have always had their core guy, and then they had some backups, and then no one that ever really was a threat. Like people talk about, like when I used to pump up Jordan Love last season, going into last season, they're like, that's what you said about Brett Hundley. Like, no, it's not, because the Packers never drafted any quarterback that was supposed to be the starter besides Aaron Rodgers and Jordan Love, because Brett Favre was a trade. So like the Packers, like Hundley was not drafted to be an eventual starter. He was drafted. Most of the quarterbacks the Packers draft are expected to be backups. Doug Peterson, though, was one of my favorite backups. And now, he's a coach or whatever, but Doug Peterson, I liked Matt Flynn. He came back and did his thing. He scored 5 touchdowns against the Lions. I think Matt Flynn's probably one of my favorite backup quarterbacks since Doug Peterson. I always liked Doug Peterson. I don't know why. I think him and Favre they were like best friends, and seen a lot of them. He's good stuff. What's up, Steve? He says, I'll have to find out which games you go to. I'm gonna come up for one this year. I can meet you finally and give you the t-shirt. Yeah, I'm thinking like the Bears Packers home game I want to go to. So I think that's one that's kind of like for sure that I'll figure out a way to get to it. Dude, like last year, like I have a genius idea. Like for going to games, I don't even want to tell people because I don't want to get crowded, but I just buy the nosebleeds and sit on a platform up there. You get a beautiful scenery. The bathrooms ain't far away. I'm 44 years old now, so the bathroom is an issue for me. And the concessions, the beer's right behind you. It's a good time. I've been in the front row. I've been like I've sat in like different spots at Lambeau. Been behind the glass up top. Not like a suite. I've never been in a suite. I've never been in like a Packer suite, but I've been in those seats in the glass, whatever. I've been all over, and I really like that platform because the bathroom situation is ideal. And I don't really like being cramped in. You know what I mean? If you're with a big group of people that it's cool, but with your like 1 or 2 people, it's not as fun. Up there, it's like a party. That's why I like it up there. Here we go. Let's move it around. Joanne's pool area, man. You know where that is. Dude, I know where that dude. I used to party. I mean, I used to hang out at Joanne's pool. That's right across the street from East High School, Washington Middle School. I went to Washington as well. But Joanne's, we used to have some shenanigans at Joanne's. I could tell some stories about Joanne's, that whole park. You know that water park at Joanne's, before it opened, I remember like when they opened it, we were hanging out on it. There's like big slides, like way up in the air. We went up those slides. There was no water yet. It was dry. It was just we were climbing and the cops came. We had to like escape. I don't know, maybe I'm sharing too much, but that was awesome. Yeah, dude, that's how old I am. I remember like Joanne's pool. I remember when they put it in. I mean, there was always like a little pool there, but like they put in this big water. I wouldn't say water park, but like it's bigger. But I was up on that slide way back before it opened. Here we go. What's up, Jesse? How you doing? Will you be going to the Donald Driver softball game? I'll be there. I'm crossing the coach. Matt LaFleur comes again into. Oh yeah, all right, I got you. I'm not sure. I don't go to a lot of the softball charity games. I was an umpire one time, got yelled at by Aaron Rodgers. But I think it'd be cool. Maybe I'll go to that. I think it's always a good time to go to those softball games. I haven't been to one in years since Aaron Rodgers yelled at me. But yeah, I was like a little umpire over there, little whatever they called it. But those are a blast. People love them, especially I wasn't at the Donald Driver one when I was doing the umpire thing. That was at the. I think it's different. There's 2 different ones. It's the other one. But here we go. What's up, Jesse? So my fingers yeah, I got you. I got you. What's up, Kevin? He says Mark Brunell, Aaron Brooks, Matt Hasselbeck, Doug Peterson, Kurt Warner. So many to choose from. I think like the real ones, are Mark Brunell, Matt Hasselbeck, and Doug Peterson. Like those are like those three solid. Because Kurt Warner obviously went on to do what he did, but he was barely on the team. Like they didn't know what they had. They didn't know Kurt Warner was Kurt Warner. He went on to have success, obviously. Mark Brunell actually went on to have a little bit. Aaron Brooks, I whenever I think of Aaron Brooks, here's what I think of. I think of when he played for the Saints and he threw the ball backwards to an offensive lineman. And the offensive lineman put his hands up like, I can't catch it, bro. So he just turned around and just chucked the ball back. That was when he was with the Saints. It was a good time. But yeah, those are some good ones. Cody says, how is the atmosphere when the Bears come to Lambeau? It is crazy. Like I've only recently like as a kid, I didn't go to a lot of games, but like, man, I went to a Bears. My first Bears game is when I was sitting behind a glass and those not like I say, not a suite, but like there's a bunch of bucket seats up there. And like you could even up there, like there's like no sound. You can't hear Lambeau Field at all, but you could just feel that whole thing with the Bears being in town. And the tailgating is like extra. Like when the Bears are in town, it's extra because every tailgating, doesn't matter who the Packers are playing, they're yelling Bears still suck. So like when the Bears are there, it's insane. And like when I went to the game, that's when HaHa Clinton Dix played for the Bears. I remember that. Brett Hundley was good, dude. I used to sell shirts. One of my very first shirts I sold from my merch is I think it was like in Hundley we trust, or like in Brett we trust, or whatever it was. But I had a Brett Hundley shirt. It was like my very first shirt. I got no hate for Brett Hundley. You know, it really didn't work out when Rodgers went down, but you know, no hate for him. What position do you want the Packers to draft first round? That's a good question. Never really even thought about it because I'm not a big draft guy, so I don't spend a lot of time thinking about it. But I think offensive line, a linebacker, like if they feel like they need a specific position on defense, I'd like them to bring Rudy Ford back. I'll say that Rudy Ford, I would like to see back in Green Bay. But they got a big time safety now. But like I'd like to see Rudy Ford back in the mix. But like yeah, I think that they need to get depth because like they had like the young guys playing last year on offense. I feel like they're pretty much set at all the skill positions. So I think you need to go defense if you're gonna go middle linebacker and go safety. Like what are you gonna do? Or offensive line. I think that depth of that would be good. Here we go. Here we go. Statue of limitations for the Joannies tomfoolery. I think that is. You know what I mean? We did not get caught, dude. I remember like so many times. Like here's a story I shouldn't tell, but I'm gonna right here. Joannies Park, right? Me and my buddies, we're young, and we're drinking tequila in Joannies Park, right? We're kind of hiding out. I'm on a basketball hoop on the rim, sitting there just chugging this about tequila. I shouldn't tell the story, but the cop rolls up, because like some kids are in the park. We like jump a fence. We like run. It was a good time. You're getting this little tomfoolery hanging out by Joannies Park. You get a little bit of trouble. But here we go. I've been going to the softball games ever since Driver took it over. You know how funny if Caleb Williams decides he doesn't want to go to the Bears, they will have to bring in Cutler for the quarterback. Yeah, like those Donald Driver softball games have been going on for a long time. The one I was at where I was like the whatever umpire kind of I forget what it was. That was one Josh Moser. What's that show that they have? Inside the Huddle. Inside the Huddle has that one. But there's two separate ones, so it's not the same. But Donald Driver one, he brings in the big dogs. He can get anyone to play in that thing. It's cool though going to those things because like the one I was at, you see the players on like a real level, like not as a player, it's not all serious, but although they are very competitive. Those softball charity games, they're not there to have fun and like eat some peanut butter sandwiches. They're there to play. They're there to win. That's why I got yelled at. But those are fun. I think that's a cool thing for families to bring their kids to. So if you get a chance to go to one of those charity softball games, that's definitely a do. What do you predict will be the most productive wideout in Green Bay this year? All right, a beautiful question, Chad. Beautiful question. I'm leaning on Jayden Reed. Jayden Reed, I think I love this dude. He is he's so fast. Like I feel like his routes are clean. I feel like he's he's destined to pop off. But I feel like if they're all healthy, Christian Watson is a big deal. But Jayden Reed and Wicks, they just got that speed. But I would say Jayden Reed. I think Jayden Reed's going to have a great year. I'm excited about Jayden Reed. I got his jersey. And whenever I have your jersey, I root for you a little bit harder. You know what I mean? They're going to go defense a lot. Yeah, I could definitely see them going a lot defense, especially switching to a new defensive scheme. They want to get some guys that are meant for that scheme. I think a lot of the guys that they have, they can use that way, but like get some young guys that they're just into. You know what I mean? Offensive line, and that's a lot of offensive line. Yes. Tequila is quite the move, dude. Back in the day, bro. Tequila, that's why I don't remember a lot of stuff. But back in the day, we used to get down. It wasn't Jose, it was Juarez. What's that? Juarez. It's like bottom level tequila. Back in the day, it was $9.97 a bottle. It wasn't good, I'll tell you that. Gives me nightmares. Brett Favre softball game. Yep, it was the Favre softball game. They went to Donald Driver. I think it was. Yeah, they went through a lot of hands, but now Donald Driver, I think, has it back. I think Jordy had it for a little bit. Yeah. Romeo Doubs, and I wouldn't argue with that, Mr. Ivan Lars. I wouldn't argue. I think Romeo Doubs is a baller. That's what I'm saying. It's hard to say because I feel like this wide receiver group, it's gonna be whoever is open. Like there's not ever gonna be a number one wide receiver. I feel like in this offense, like there might be a guy that you think is number one, like Christian Watson. I think he's gonna have a great year. Hopefully he can stay healthy. I think he's that dude. But like even with him, like you got Romeo Doubs, you got Jayden Reed, you got Wicks, you got all these guys. Like whoever gets open, whoever find a soft spot, find a weakness, and attack, because all these guys can do it. But Romeo Doubs is an absolute baller. Caesar, are the practices worth driving up for? You mean training camp? If I'm not sure what you mean, but like Packers training camp is definitely worth driving up for. That's a whole scene. But like I say, anyone who's going to a Packers training camp, you get there early, because like it's not just to practice, but like just hanging out with the people, hanging out, like getting the vibes. Anyone that you meet at a Packers training camp is like you knew them forever. You just sit around, you're just talking about the Packers, but like random people. If you're talking about the softball thing, I'm not sure they do practice with what the deal is with that. I assume you're talking about training camp. Maybe not, though. You might be there. I think Dobb emerges as the next Davante. There you go, Ivan. I like that. Mr. Romeo Doubs emerges as the next Davante. I do think that there's a Davante on this roster. One of these boys are going to pop off. I think any of them can. I think they all can. I'm not going to say they're all going to be Davante, because Davante is, one of the best wide receivers in the league. So, like, I think it'll be interesting. But I think that they all have potential to be that type of receiver. But I do think it's going to be like a committee type deal where they just throw some guys. My voice is all messed up. Dobbs is definitely our playmaker type guy. There we go. Southern Comfort always seemed to show up. Dude, Southern Comfort, dude. I remember one time, dude, Southern Comfort will kill you, bro. I'll tell you, like, as a young fella, remember being at my friend's dad's house. He had some Southern Comfort. I started drinking that thing like it was like tequila or Kessler or something. But died. Let me get a drink here. I never drank Southern Comfort since that day. No, Southern Comfort I don't play with. It almost killed me back in 96, 97, what a year that was. I think Christian Watson will have a breakout year this year. He's due to break out. I absolutely think that he could. I think Christian Watson is a very, very good wide receiver. Some bad injuries. Yeah, I definitely think that they could. If all the Packers wide receivers and tight ends are healthy, pray for the defense. That's what I'll tell you. If you got Christian Watson, Romeo Doubs, Jayden Reed, you got Wicks, you got Tucker Kraft, you got Musgrave, bro. You got Josh Jacobs back there, bro. Yo, pray for the defense. That offense is stupid. I'm telling you, Packers offense, dude, ain't nobody stopping this if they're fully healthy. Hopefully they are. Injuries happen in the league, but man, this Packers offense is going to be stupid fully healthy. What's up, dog? I just like saying that. I think at least make it to 1. Yeah, you know what I mean? He's not even talking to me. Watson just needs to stay healthy. Yeah, for sure. He definitely does. But when guys get hurt, it's not their fault. People like I'm not pointing out you, Jake, but people like he needs to stay healthy. He can't stay healthy. Well, yeah, it's not completely his fault. It's not like he's like wishing his hamstring or whatever injury to like happen. And that, like I said, I'm not saying that to you, Jake, because it's true. He needs to stay healthy. But when players get hurt, it's not their fault. Even like David Bakhtiari, everyone's like giving grief and like going crazy on Bakhtiari. Like guys don't want to get hurt. You know what I mean? Like I get hurt, get out of bed. I'm liable to fall on the steps when I leave this live stream. You know what I mean? But hopefully he can stay healthy this year. They are all going to be good. The defense will have to worry about all of them. Yeah, that's so true, Elliot. Whoever the Packers are playing, dude, if the Packers are the offense is fully healthy like that for first stretch of the season, because some guys are going to get dinged up. That's just the name of the game. Hopefully not. But dude, how do you stop it? These are all young dudes. They're all fast. The secondary on the defense, their depth better be deep if they want to stop the Packers. You know what I mean? What's up, Ivan? Dobbs really showed up in the playoffs. Yeah, dude. I think Romeo Dobbs, even his rookie year, that's the guy everyone's talking about. A lot of people are like, yo, because everyone's talking about Christian Watson, like, yo, you better check Romeo. Plus, he's got a cool name, Romeo Dobbs. You have a name like Romeo Dobbs, bro, you're gonna do something in life. You're not working at. I work at a cheese factory. I don't know any Romeo Dobbs. I don't know anyone with like a cool name like that. That's just my thoughts on that. Yes, training camp. Yeah, training camp is definitely worth coming down. Packers training camp is stupid. It's like so much fun. I actually think it's more fun than like going to a game almost. Like it's like so fun, like especially because like I know a lot of people that have been going there for years. So you meet up with people, you meet up with people on social media, people that you didn't know. It's just so fun. You watch the practice, the guys come through on the bikes. If you've never seen it before, it's really cool, especially if you got kids. Like there's so much going on down there. There's bars, they're all open, stadium view, all that. Training camp is ridiculously fun. I absolutely love training camp. Got to get there early to get a good bleacher seat. Yeah, if you're gonna watch practice, because I usually don't go into the bleachers because I don't like all that like closeness. I'd rather watch like I go outside the fence or whatever. And I walk around. But like yeah, if you want to get into practice, which you should do at least once or more, most people love it. But you have to get there early to get like good seats in there. But I usually don't go on there. I have before, but like I'd rather just walk around. I know the spots in the fence I can leak through, you know what I mean, and watch. But yeah, if you want to get in the bleachers, get there early. What's up, Cody? Said there are so many Packer fans whom are struggling with letting Debog Jones go. I know we get attached to players, but don't they realize it's also a business and you got to look forward to the future? Look at the team we got. Yeah, and that's exactly it. I think Bakhtiari, who I absolutely love, I think he's one of my favorite players. I think that he's just a cool guy. Like he's out there chugging beers. Like he seems like just the coolest dude. But I kind of like, I don't think anyone's real stunned by it. It is what it is. Aaron Jones, people really didn't expect. So that one hurt a little bit, but then they get Josh Jacobs. And like I said this the other day when I was on live, if they would have released Aaron Jones and like 2 weeks later they signed Josh Jacobs, it wouldn't have been the same thing. People would have went through the grief. Oh, Aaron Jones got released. What are we going to do? What's going to happen? Oh, they're going to draft a guy. Oh, what are we going to do? We're going to sign this guy. Then they signed Josh Jacobs. Everyone's like, oh, yeah, we got to, Josh Jacobs is that dude. Everyone knows Josh Jacobs is that dude. They'd have been happy. But because it happened like backwards, like Josh Jacobs got signed, they're like, oh, this is going to be a double threat. We're going to have two great running backs, this and that. And then Aaron Jones gets released, like, oh. And then they mad, which I get because I was so confused. But it is though, like you said, it's a business. They thought the best thing to do was to not agree to terms with Aaron Jones or whatever they got, whatever they couldn't agree. Josh Jacobs, He's a younger version. He's a good running back, really good running back. I'm excited to see him play, but all love to Aaron Jones forever. Aaron Jones will come back. I'm not saying to play, but he'll come back when his time is done. He'll go into the Packers Hall of Fame. I'm sure he's gonna be around. He's gonna be at the Packers parade, like how they always have that, like where the Packers go on tour. I wouldn't doubt if Aaron Jones does that at some point in the future. Aaron Jones is gonna be a Packer forever after his stint with the Vikings is done. His career is over. He'll come back. All love to Aaron Jones. Cheers to you. Have a great Easter. From Kyle of Denmark, Wisconsin. What's up, Kyle in Denmark? Here we go. Coors Light and Quick Trip Chicken. That's all you need in life, Ivan. I mean, you need some more stuff, but it's a good start for sure. You know what I mean? We will have a shit shaker of salt on offense. Yeah, we will. I don't know exactly what that means, but I agree with you. You know what I mean? Here we go. If the season is Aaron Rodgers last year for the Jets, I hope he signs a one-day contract and retires a Packer, and Packers retire his number and have a celebration at Lambeau like Favre had. All right, so that's definitely going to happen. I don't know about the one-day contract. I think that they do that as like a ceremonial thing, but it's not needed. When Aaron Rodgers retires, he will retire a Packer. He'll be a Packer forever. They'll retire his number. They're going to put his name up on the Ring of Honor. Aaron Rodgers is going to get all the accolades from the Packers that anyone can get. The same thing Favre got. Aaron Rodgers is going to forever be loved. They're going to bring him back at when there's when they bring back all the players. Aaron Rodgers is going to be treated like a god when he walks in Lambeau Field. Lambeau Field's going to go crazy after his career is over. But right now he's a Jet, and we're going to see how that thing goes. But yeah, he'll come back to Lambeau Field. He'll be loved. Everyone's no hate for him. You know what I mean? Josh Jacobs is going to run over people this year. He's going to have a big year. He really is. What's up? Kevin says training camp is early in the morning. Missing a play isn't a big deal. More fun to hang out. Yeah, that's what it is. It is early morning. It's like during the week, so you got to take vacation time to go down there. But yeah, the big part is just hanging out, meeting the people, meeting fellow Packer fans. I feel like that's the most fun part. The practice is cool and all, but I like to just hang out with people. Here's a weird question for you. If you could be one Packer from the past or present for one day, who would it be and why? If you could be one Packer from the past or present for one day, who would it be and why? I don't even know. That's a rough one. I think being Brett Favre in his prime with the Packers, how loved he was. I mean, I don't just walk out there though and just stand and have everyone cheering your name. I think that'd be something. So I'm not sure if I want to be someone. I mean, I'd like to be a lot of people with a lot of money, but I think it'd be cool just to walk out there and just be loved like Favre and Aaron Rodgers and Bart Starr when he came back all those years, just the cheering and all that. I think that'd be cool to hear that people like you, because I walk in my work and they boo. You know what I mean? So I think that'd be a switch up. That's a good question. Billy Frank said, "What's up? What's up, Billy? How you doing?" The Packers really tried to keep Aaron Jones to pair him with Josh Jacobs, from what I heard. Yeah, I don't know how that went down. It feels like from the outside, I have no information, but I haven't really read a lot about it as far as them trying to keep him. But it felt like it broke down and they're we're gonna go get Josh Jacobs. But maybe it was the plan to begin with to have them both, and it just didn't work out. But I don't. But when you have Josh Jacobs and Aaron Jones, everyone talks about that'd be a great 1-2 punch. But who's the two? Because neither of those guys are okay with being a 2, and that's okay to not be okay with being a 2. If they feel oh, I'm a 1. I'm not. Aaron Jones saying I'm not no one's 2. I kind of get that if that's how it went down, because he feels I'm that guy. I'm not gonna be no backup. I mean, because that's what a 2 is. And even if it's equal, it's still someone's a 2. Not much going on, bro. Take care. Keep in touch. All right, Kyle. I appreciate you. Look at this. Look at Billy over here. Go Vikings, go. All right, Billy. Here we go. Steve says, happy Easter to you and your family, Matt. Thanks for all the entertainment you give us. You represent the Packs very well. I appreciate that. And happy Easter to you and yours. Yeah, we got Easter coming up over here. Dude, the time is just like flying. Not tonight, but it's like in general, Easter's almost here. Went to my first training camp 2 years ago. I should go more often. I live in Debec. Yeah, that's a hike though. I get that. But yeah, you definitely should. Training camp is a blast. Even though it's more commercialized now, like everything is got ads everywhere, but like that's just a day at a time. You know what I mean? It's still a good time. It's still the same thing. Aaron Jones is going to have fun against the Packers. Yeah, I don't. I mean, I'm sure he will. He'll like playing the Packers. He has friends over here, but I don't think the Vikings are at all a threat. That's why I don't have a problem with Aaron Jones really going there. It's like the Vikings are the Vikings, dude. They're not doing nothing. But much love to Aaron Jones. I wish him well to a certain degree. I think he'll do well. He's a good running back, but it's the Vikings, so you know what I mean. Matt, the kicker we got from Minnesota, really, yeah, that is just to put a little pressure on Carlson. That's just to have a little competition in training camp. They're gonna have probably more kickers. I don't know how many kickers they're gonna have, but they're gonna be trying some dudes out. But yeah, I don't. That's why I really didn't post about that kicker. Everyone's posting about it. I didn't post about it because I was like, it's a kicker. It's just another leg in camp. They're gonna, best man wins. But like, I feel like Carlson's gonna be that dude. Like they want him to be that dude. A little pressure on him. You know what I mean? What's your thoughts on Eric Stokes? I think that secondary as a whole is going to be interesting. They got that safety. I feel like a safety helps the corners. When you got a weak safety, they can kind of dip around it. So I'm excited about the whole secondary. Eric Stokes, let's see what he can do. But yeah, I think that whole secondary, even like now I'm kind of forgetting his name, but our new big time safety, I don't know why, but that's how my brain works. I forget names. But he was saying, like, he commented on Instagram, put in a story. He's like, I can't wait to play this dude about Jaire Alexander, because Jaire Alexander is such a character. It was one of those clips, just from his past press conferences and whatnot. I think the secondary is gonna be fun to watch. So I think it's gonna be a whole new game. There's new defense. I'm stoked. Everyone should be stoked. I was at the Sunday night game versus the Bears in 2007, the week after Favre broke the touchdown record. That was the loudest cheer I've ever heard in my whole life. Yeah, I bet. Like, dude, Favre, like back in the day, I always say it, dude, Brett Favre, whatever you want to think about him today, like whatever, I'm not talk about that. But like Brett Favre at his peak, he was the most loved player in the NFL, I think. Like when his dad died, that type of time, like everyone loved Brett Favre. Like everyone was just all in on it. All the stuff that his wife went through, everyone backed him. At his peak, dude, he was just, you couldn't say a bad word about Favre. I mean, now. All right, here we go. You know how awesome it would be if we had The Rock as our strength and conditioning coach. He would make sure our players stay healthy. I'm a huge fan of his. But like the thing is, like, I get that, and they got a new strength conditioning coach. They fired dude. But I don't think that any strength conditioning coach is like stopping some injuries. Like some fans think. I'm not saying you, because like there are definitely, like, if you have a bunch of hamstring injuries, like what are we doing? Like, are we not warming up? Are we not doing things right? I don't know, because obviously I don't have strength or conditioning. But when you have those like muscle types of injuries, you start thinking like, what's going on? Like, what are we doing wrong? But they worked on that. They sent a few players to like some hamstring specialists. They're trying to get this thing worked out, because yeah, you miss these guys, and if it's not, but I don't know. I have a hard time blaming every injury on a strength and conditioning coach. It's like, it's a dangerous game. People get hurt. You know what I mean? It's my birthday today, and who is your favorite Packer of all time? Happy birthday, Retro Kid. How you doing? Happy birthday. I would sing, but I'm not going to do that. But happy birthday to you. Who is your favorite Packer of all time? All right, when I go all time, it's always been Paul Hornung. I got his autograph right over here. This right here. That's Paul Hornung autograph. My buddy, the Green Bay guy. You can find him on all the social medias. He hooked me up with that. But like current, it's Preston Smith, like on the team right today, and like Jordan Love would be in there, but I would never pick a quarterback to be my favorite player, because I feel like it's too taken. And Preston Smith's my guy. But all time, I'd say Paul Hornung. because he is just his story is cool. Like he was just so good, but he also was like, I'm not even gonna play because they didn't get paid like they do today, right? So he was like, if we ain't winning, then I ain't, whatever. There you go. There's a name, McKinney. Yeah, my brain just shuts off sometimes. Like you don't get to know that name today. Dwayne the Rock Johnson. I mean, yeah, I got you. Yeah, I think I'm not. Yeah, him as a coach, like even a conditioning coach, that would be something. I actually like the Rock a lot. We'd see how that goes. What's up, Matt Ramage from Los Angeles, California? What is up, Daniel? How you doing today? All right. So if your time off from the cheese factory, what's the best eats in Wisconsin around your way? Like I know a lot of people, some people don't agree with this, but Kroll's right across from Lambeau Field is very good. And I feel like I've been going there like my whole life, and I don't go there so much where it's like, it gets old. It's like it always like brings me back to back in the day. I like Kroll's a lot. Even 1919 though, inside Lambeau Field, they got some good food in there. You got to bring your wallet with you. You go to both those places, but Kroll's is good. I like Kroll's. Max, they got some good macaroni and cheese down a little further down from Lambeau Field. I might be doing a review of them this summer. Probably check that out. But they just sell macaroni and cheese. Callie in the house. Go Pack Go. What is up? Here we go. All you got to do is take a look at the Rock's pinky to understand that he wouldn't make good strength coach. No, I mean, he left it like that. He's a baller. He would teach him, hey, your finger pointing the wrong way? Well, then that's just how it is now. Reggie White, my all-time favorite. He was the GOAT. Look at who he played with University of Miami. Yeah, I've heard that story. Let me turn this off. Got a heater over here. I'm starting to melt. Do you smell what the Rock is cooking? I wasn't really into wrestling during his time. I'm a Hulk Hogan type of guy. I'm older, you know what I mean? Yeah, Kroll's is always fire, dude. Kroll's is always legit. I love Kroll's. I could eat there every day. I don't eat there a ton. Once in a while we're in town, because that's a place you got to like go in. It's got that old school feel. I know that like during games they're packed. I've never been there during a game, but like yeah, Kroll's is legit. One of my favorites. My all-time favorite player from the past is Donald Driver, current is Ja Money and CV. Yeah. I think Donald Driver is a lot of people's favorite. He's such a cool guy. Night, Matt, and everyone have a great weekend. Yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap this thing up too. It was fun hanging out with you fine folks this evening, but I think we're gonna wrap this thing up and have a good night. I don't know what I'm gonna do tonight. I'm off tomorrow. I'm off the next 4 days, so I'll probably do something tonight. But I don't know. Maybe I'll watch a movie. I don't know. Probably drink some more beer. You know what I mean? But go Pack, go people. I appreciate you tuning in as always. Big shout to Quick Trip, sponsoring the show. Big shout to Nicolay Law, also a sponsor. And Quick Trip's giving away Chicken for Life. And Nicolay Law and Quick Trip together are giving away gas cards. So be sure to check out the Quick Rewards app and find out how you can win all those great things. You know what I mean? Go Pack, go people. Much love. And we are out of here.